What scripture that was given, that came from? That was from John 6, the 6th chapter, the 63rd verse to the 69th verse. I'm going to read 70 and 71. And Mashiach answered them, have not I chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil? Say, haven't I chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil? He spake of blank blank of the son of Simon, for it was that, for he it was that should blank him, being one of the 12. Read you again. Mashiach answered them, have not I chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil? He spake of blank blank, the son of Simon, for he it was that should blank him, being one of the 12. Third time, Mashiach answered them, have not I chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil? One of you is a devil? He spake of blank blank, the son of Simon, for he it was that should betray, I gave it away, that should betray him, being one of the 12. So what's the first one? Who is it?
Judas Iscariot.
Right, Judas Iscariot. Did everybody know that? I want to give an opportunity to answer right before you answer. If they don't, then you can answer. Because you know. You should know a lot of this. Con? You did?
I kind of knew maybe Judas was not Iscariot.
Yeah, Judas Iscariot. That's his name. Judas Iscariot. So that's from St. John 6, 63 to 71. So I gave you, Mashiach Yahushua said to his disciples about the end of the world. Say, then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other blank. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be blank and the other left. The first one is, Mashiach Yahushua said to his disciples about the end of the world, then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other what?
Left. I'm sorry, left.
Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be blank and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be blank and the other left. What's that?
Taken.
Right. When Judas Iscariot returned the 30 pieces of silver, his payment for betraying the Mashiach Yahushua, to the chief priests and elders of the people, what did they do with it? When he gave the 30 pieces of silver back to him, what did he do? What did they do with it? Nobody know. Said, when Judas Iscariot returned the 30 pieces of silver, that was his payment for betraying the Mashiach Yahushua, to the chief priests and elders of the people, what did they do with it? When Judas Iscariot returned the 30 pieces of silver, that was his payment for betraying Mashiach Yahushua to the chief priests and elders of the people. What did they do with it? So let's go over, before we go there, because you got the last part, right? Let's look at, there was a part of the scriptures for, about the Mashiach Yahushua talking about the end of the world. Let's get those scriptures in Matthew 24 and 40 and 41. He said, then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. Luke 17. A lot of times these same accounts are in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Luke 17 and 34. I tell you, in that night there shall be two men in one bed, the one shall be taken and the other shall be left. Two women shall be grinding together, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two men shall be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. So, when Judas Iscariot returned the 30 pieces of silver, his payment for betraying the Mashiach Yahushua to the chief priests and elders of the people, what did they do with it? Go to Matthew, the 27th chapter.
They took the silver. They said it's not lawful for to put them in the treasury.
Right. So what did they do with it?
Oh, they want the pot. They want a field.
Right, you got it right. What's the field name?
Potter's.
Yeah, Potter's Field, right. Great. That's Matthew 27, and we're going to start at verse 3. So then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? Like, we could care less. See thou to that. And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple, and departed, and went and hanged himself. And the chief priest took the silver pieces and said, it is not lawful for to put them into the treasury, because it is the price of blood. So they said we can't put these 30 pieces of silver in the treasury because it's the price of blood. And they took counsel and bought with them the potter's field to bury strangers in. Wherefore that field was called the field of blood unto this day. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken of Jeremiah the prophet, saying, and they took the 30 pieces of silver, the price of him that was valued, whom they of the children of Israel did value. 30 pieces of silver. Cold-blooded, no? I think that's in Zechariah. Go to Zechariah 11th chapter and the 12th verse. Zechariah 11 and 12. And I said unto them, if ye think good, give me my price, and if not, forbear. So they weighed for my price 30 pieces of silver. And the Most High said unto me, cast it unto the potter, a goodly price that I was prized at of them. And I took the 30 pieces of silver and cast them to the potter in the house of the Most High. $30 pieces of silver. Wow. Okay, let's continue. Number 4. What was Mashiach Yahushua response to the tempter, saying, command that these stones be made bread? What was Mashiach Yahushua response to the tempter, saying, command that these stones be made bread?
Man shall live by bread alone, by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High.
What was Mashiach Yahushua's response to the tempter, saying, command that these stones be made bread? Say it again. Say it again.
Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High.
It is written, thou shalt not tempt the Most High.
Okay, we got two answers going on here. Let's go to Matthew the 4th chapter. And the 3rd and 4th verse. And when the tempter came to him, y'all there? Matthew 4 and 3. Because Matthew 4 and Luke the 4th chapter is when the devil came to Mashiach Yahushua. And when the tempter, who is the devil when you read verse 1, then was Mashiach Yahushua led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. So the devil is called the tempter. He the one that do the tempter. It says, verse 3, and when the tempter, who is the devil, came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. That's what he said. Now, what was he quoting when he quoted that? What was he quoting? And I went over this a few times.
The scriptures to the devil.
He was quoting the scriptures. What scriptures, though? I mean, what was he quoting to him?
The one.
And we know it's words because it's words we just spoke. It is the word because we speak. We just spoke words. We just rereading words out the Bible. But what did he actually give him? It's very important spiritually that y'all see this, because this is what I've been showing over and over again, and it should come up right off the top of your head. You should be able to speak this immediately, because I've showed y'all what he done and what's the power that's here. Well, let's go to Deuteronomy. What will we find in the book of Deuteronomy? What will we find in the book of Deuteronomy? The laws. The laws that the Most High gave us, gave to the children of Israel. So let's go to Deuteronomy 8 and 3.
3, 8, 3.
Okay, somebody's on it. But you ain't had a law. Deuteronomy 8 and 3. Very good. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man does not live by bread alone, bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High does man live. So this is very important that y'all see how he's defeating Satan, how he's defeating the devil, how he's defeating the tempter, by going to the law. Going back to Matthew, the 4th chapter, verse 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, If thou be the Son of the Most High, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. So, who is he quoting here?
Psalms 91.
Khan. Who was he quoting though? Who said it? Who prophesied it?
King David.
Khan. Psalms 91 and verse 11 and 12. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. So, who is he actually tempting besides Hamashiach Yahushua?
King David.
No. King David just prophesying. He has nothing to do with this. King David dead. He's not here during the time that Satan is tempting the Mashiach Yahushua. But King David is quoting from the prophecy that was given to him. But Satan is tempting
The angel.
who? I'm gonna read it to you again. Are y'all at Psalms 1? Y'all at Psalms 91, 11 and 12? It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. So who is Satan really tempted? He tempted the Mashiach Yahushua. We know that because he's the tempter. But what else is he doing? Think. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. He's challenging his faith in believing in the Most High, going to send the angels to catch him, to defy gravity, right? It says, for he, the Most High, shall give his angels on the right side, not Satan's angels, but on the right side, charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. In verse 11. Y'all see that? Because they coming, the angels coming. They already there, but they coming. After all this over, they coming.